Stoicism, a key philosophy dating back to ancient times, offers invaluable strategies to amass wealth sensibly. While it might seem contradictory to connect Stoicism and wealth creation, the link is surprisingly strong and effective. By applying the principles of Stoicism, one can create a healthier relationship with money. Today we will explore 5 proven Stoic strategies to get money. Number 1. Practice self-restraint to control impulsive spending. Practicing self-restraint is a critical skill to develop, especially when it comes to managing and controlling impulsive spending habits. It's easy to get caught up in the allure of flashy sales or the temptation of buying the latest gadgets and items. However, giving in to these impulses can lead to financial instability and even debt if not properly managed. The first step to practicing self-restraint is recognizing the difference between wants and needs. We live in a consumer-driven society where we're encouraged to buy more to be more. It is vital to question this mindset and separate what we truly need from what we simply desire. A need might be a necessary repair for your vehicle, while a want could be getting a cup of branded coffee when you could make it at home. Remember, it's okay to treat yourself every once in a while, but the critical factor here is moderation. If the way you spend money becomes a problem, causing you financial stress or leading you to live above your means, it might be time to reassess your priorities. Budgeting is another effective way to keep your spending in check. By being aware of where your money is going and how much you have left to spend, you can avoid unnecessary expenses. Budgeting allows you to have a clear outlook on your financial situation, helping you make informed decisions when the need or want for spending arises. This financial roadmap might take time to create and will likely need adjusting every so often, but the results will be well worth it. Additionally, practicing delayed gratification can also help to control impulsiveness. This involves resisting the immediate reward in favor of a more significant or more long-lasting reward in the future. For instance, instead of buying that expensive piece of clothing, why not save the money for a potential investment or future project? Mindfulness practices can further help to develop better self-restraint by promoting careful thought before action. When you find yourself reaching for your wallet or clicking buy now, take a moment to think it through. Ask yourself why you're making the purchase, if it brings long-term value, or how it fits into your budget. This pause for thought could be all you need to stop an impulsive purchase. Controlling impulsive spending involves a mix of self-discipline, long-term planning, and mindful decision-making. With practice and persistence, it's possible to reduce impulsive buying and stick to a more structured financial plan. This Stoic approach to money management is not about depriving oneself of personal joys, but instead about making thoughtful, informed decisions that contribute to overall financial well-being. Number 2, focus on personal growth, not material accumulation. As we move through life, we are often faced with decisions regarding our personal and financial growth. These decisions shape our overall happiness and how we view our accomplishments in life. One key principle from Stoic philosophy that can help us better manage our personal finances and ensure our overall well-being is the idea of focusing on personal growth over material accumulation. Money, as we all know, can offer us many tangible benefits. It can provide comfort, security, and the freedom and ability to experience a wide variety of things. However, if our self-worth and happiness are reliant on our wealth and accumulation of possessions, we can quickly fall into a cycle of never-ending dissatisfaction. Why? Because there will always be more to acquire. There's always a new phone model, a nicer car, a bigger house. There will always be something more expensive, more luxurious, that will tempt us if we let material possessions dictate our happiness. Instead, Stoic philosophy promotes prioritizing personal growth. This is not to say that we should reject money or possessions entirely, but rather that we should view them as tools, as means to an end, rather than the end itself. Money can certainly facilitate opportunities for growth. It can allow us to travel, to help others, to learn new things, but it in itself should not be our ultimate goal. So what does focusing on personal growth look like, practically speaking? Focusing on personal growth means investing time and energy into bettering yourself as a person. This might involve reading and learning new things, practicing intellectual and physical discipline, self-reflection, seeking to understand and improve your emotional intelligence, strengthening relationships with others, and developing skills that enrich your life. When we prioritize these things that truly make us feel fulfilled, we tap into a sense of satisfaction and achievement that material possessions alone can't provide. Having the latest smartphone can certainly offer temporary pleasure, but does it build character, intelligence, or emotional resilience? Does it contribute to our overall personal development? The answer is usually no. In fact, focusing on personal growth instead of material accumulation can even lead to more wealth in the long run. Why? Because personal growth often leads to skill development and improved work performance, which can in turn result in better career prospects and financial gain. Of course, like any discerning philosophy, Stoicism does not propose that we abandon pursuit of financial security. What it advises instead is the cultivation of a mindset where personal growth is valued over the mere acquisition of material wealth. This way, we can still strive to succeed financially, but do so with an enriched sense of self that isn't reliant solely on our material possessions. This approach helps us control impulsive spending, avoid the detrimental effects of consumerism, and live a more fulfilling and meaningful life. In the grand scheme of things, to focus on personal growth over material accumulation is to seek enrichment of the self over the enrichment of the pocket. This is a strategy for true, lasting prosperity, not just in terms of wealth, but in terms of personal fulfillment and happiness. Number 3, accept life's uncertainties, invest wisely. Life is unpredictable. This is a simple and indisputable truth that we must accept. Embracing uncertainty can be challenging when it comes to finances, given the volatility and unpredictability of the market. However, learning to handle these uncertainties is crucial for achieving financial stability and growth. Just as a Stoic philosopher learns to accept and navigate the uncertainties of life, so too can we practice the same principles when it comes to investing. So how does one accept life's uncertainties when it comes to investing? First and foremost, it is about acknowledging the innate nature of the financial market and understanding that there will be ups and downs. An investor with a Stoic approach does not view the extreme ends of these fluctuations as either favorable or detrimental, but rather as normal components of the investment landscape. The next step in embracing these uncertainties is to adopt a proactive approach towards investing wisely. This can be achieved by focusing on sound, time-tested principles of investing and resisting the urge to act on emotions. Acting based on fear, greed, or anxiety can lead to making rash decisions that may not pay off in the long run. For instance, selling off an investment during a dip may seem like a good idea in the moment, but it often leads to loss since the market could potentially rebound. Keeping a long-term perspective and staying committed to your investment plan during market ripples are key traits of a Stoic investor. It involves recognizing the impermanence of market conditions, and that change is unavoidable. Just as Stoicism teaches that one should be content with the present moment, this principle can be applied to investing by understanding that present market conditions are temporary, and what matters is the growth over time. Researching and knowing what you're investing in is another way to manage uncertainties. Blindly following trends or tips without understanding the investment can lead to unnecessary risks. On the other hand, a well-informed investor armed with knowledge can navigate market fluctuations with a steady hand. Finally, diversifying investments is a strategic way of managing uncertainties. Rather than pouring every penny into one investment, spreading your wealth across different types of investments can offer a safety net. This effectively reduces the risk of significant losses and provides potential opportunities for growth across different sectors. The principles of Stoicism resonate profoundly with investing. It's about cultivating an understanding and acceptance of the uncertainties of life, or in financial terms, market volatility. Through this acceptance and the adoption of a sensible, informed investment strategy, one can build a robust financial portfolio and weather the stormy seas of the market. Remember, the aim is not to eliminate risk completely, but to manage and mitigate it effectively while striving for steady growth in the long run. This is the essence of investing wisely in the face of uncertainties. Number 4, value experiences more than possessions. Value in life is subjective, different for each person. For some, value may come in the form of material possessions, accumulation of wealth, or maintaining a particular status amongst their peers. Yet we are increasingly realizing that these materialistic measures of success do not necessarily correspond to personal fulfillment or contentment. An approach growing in popularity, drawing from ancient Stoic philosophy, focuses less on possessions and more on experiences. Experiences offer us a wealth of potential value that material possessions simply cannot. They are personal and unique, often contributing to our growth, knowledge, and self-fulfillment. No two people will have the exact same experience of a concert, a sunrise, or an enlightening conversation. Rather than having a focus on trying to impress others, accumulating experiences allows us to live a life that feels meaningful on a deeply personal level. Now, this is not to say that all material possessions are devoid of value. They can certainly enhance our lives and provide comfort, ease, and even joy. However, the problems start to arise when we begin to equate these possessions with our happiness and self-worth. When we seek happiness in material goods, we are often left unsatisfied. The joy they bring is fleeting, and before long we are on to the next thing. On the other hand, experiences contribute to our long-term happiness. Even when the experience itself might not be entirely positive, we are often able to take something valuable and constructive from it, gaining real, lasting value. Furthermore, it's equally important to remember that the value of experiences often increases over time. This is because our minds tend to hallow their memories. Even the mundane can take on a warm, nostalgic hue as time passes. A simple family picnic in the park might not seem significant at the moment, but 10 years on, that memory could bring immense joy and satisfaction. There is another, less obvious advantage that experiences have over possessions. They help to breed empathy and connection. Shared experiences can serve to reinforce our relationships with others. They create common ground and shared narratives, fostering a sense of community and belonging. So, how does this relate to money management? It's quite simple. By shifting our focus from obtaining material possessions to seeking meaningful experiences, we can better manage our finances. Instead of expending money on the latest gadgets or trends, we invest in adventures, learning, relationships, factors that enrich our lives in the long term. In essence, the Stoic strategy of valuing experiences over possessions encourages us not only to reconsider our financial priorities, but also to revisit our understanding of true wealth and happiness. After all, the richest life may not be one filled with possessions, but one filled with rich, life-affirming experiences. Number 5. Work diligently without obsession over rewards. When examining our approach to work and money, adopting a Stoic mindset can be beneficial. Understandably, one mantra that stands out is, work diligently without obsession over rewards. This simple yet profound concept entails disassociating labor from its outcomes and approaching work as its own reward. In our society, there is an obsession with outcomes, especially where work is concerned. Performance is often equated with rewards such as promotions, financial compensation, or recognition. While these elements play an essential role in motivation, basing our sense of self-worth or accomplishment solely on these factors can be detrimental. In doing so, we risk tying our happiness to external validation, which can be unpredictable and often outside our control. Working diligently without being obsessively focused on rewards is about recognizing the inherent worth in the work we do and the value it brings to ourselves and others. Whether we're creating, serving, or problem-solving, every form of work contributes in its own unique way. By reframing our perception of work, we can find joy and fulfillment in the act of doing, rather than the reward waiting at the end. Let's be clear though, this is not about ignoring the importance of monetary rewards or compensation, but rather about reshaping our relationship with it. When we become obsessed with the outcome, we often neglect the process. We miss out on learning opportunities, on growth, and even on enjoyment. Our vision becomes so narrowed on the end goal that we fail to see the value in the journey. From a professional standpoint, this obsession can also lead to burnout and dissatisfaction. If an individual's focus is purely on the rewards, they could potentially become disillusioned when those rewards are not forthcoming. By contrast, if someone values their work independently of the rewards, they are likely to be more resilient, finding satisfaction in their efforts and the skills they develop along the way. So how do we begin to work passionately without obsessively focusing on the rewards? Mindfulness and gratitude are a good place to start. Being present and appreciating every step of your work enables you to respect the process and detach yourself from the outcomes. Regular goal setting can also be helpful, but not just in the conventional sense. These goals should be more about the knowledge, skills, and experience you hope to gain from your work, rather than a specific reward. In practical terms, this might mean more regular reflection on your accomplishments, not just in terms of profits or promotions, but rather on the skills you've learned, the challenges you've overcome, and the relationships you've built. Remember, adopting this mindset doesn't mean disregarding the importance of rewards completely, but rather shifting your focus from being driven by outcomes to being motivated by the work itself and the intrinsic joy and satisfaction it brings. Implementing these 5 Stoic strategies can significantly improve your relationship with money, leading to wiser spending decisions and more fulfilling life experiences. Remember, the true measure of wealth is not just what you have, but who you become. If you've enjoyed these insights and want more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give the video a thumbs up. Thank you for tuning in. See you in the next one.